Prepare to be astonished.
Welcome back to my kitchen and Crockpot meals for real men. This episode we're doing Slumgully, also known as Slumgullion, also known to the Irish as mulligan stew. Now, Slumgullion comes from two Old English words. Slum meaning mud and gullion meaning pit. So basically we're making a mud pit. Yeah, sounds real appetizing, I know, but the actual stew is a lot better than it sounds. Now, Slumgully at its basic is a meat and vegetable and bean stew. It's pretty much whatever you got left over, you throw in the pot and make a stew out of it. There is a basic pattern to the recipe that you want to follow, but you can pretty much make it the way you want it. The basic pattern of the recipe is you use cabbage, ground beef, stewed tomatoes, and beans. Okay, what other vegetables you want to add to it, or potatoes or anything like that, is up to you. How you want to season it is up to you. How thick you want to make it or how thin you want to make it is up to you. Now, the recipe that I'm doing, this is my southern version of Slumgully. Okay, and so instead of just a pound of ground beef, we're going to be using half and half ground beef. I use ground chuck because I think it has a better flavor, and ground pork because this is the South and we eat a lot of pig. Alright, you're going to need cabbage. Well, you can use, red cabbage, this cabbage, whatever kind of cabbage you want to use. Just like your basic green cabbage. Now, for the amount that I'm going to make, I'm only going to use half the head. The more you make, the more you use. Okay. Going to be adding corn. For the beans, now in the basic recipe, you normally use kidney beans and chili beans. But this is my southern style version. So we're going to be using black-eyed peas and baby lima beans instead. Going to need a can of stewed tomatoes, can of tomato soup. I'm going to be using probably 2 cups of chicken broth. For the seasoning, we'll be using a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of Heinz 57. These are my choices for seasoning. They're not really part of the basic recipe. Going to be using a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, a little chili powder. The amounts will not be measured exactly. It's just use whatever looks right to you. Well, first we're going to need to brown the meat and cut up the cabbage. So we're going to go ahead and do that off camera, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. The meat is browned and drained. We got the half a cabbage cut up. The cans are open. You want to drain everything in the cans except for the stewed tomatoes. Okay, so we'll start putting it together. I'll put the cabbage in first. It's well, that might be a little too much. It's going to cook down, so but I gotta leave room for the rest of the ingredients here. Okay, we'll do that, then I'll put in the meat. Okay, and about a cup of chicken broth. You know, I like my stew a little bit juicier. Alright. Then we'll put in the tomatoes. You may have to compact everything, and it may look like it's going to overflow, but like I said, once it cooks, the cabbage is going to cook down quite a bit. So you just have to make sure you got room to put the rest of the stuff in. Some black-eyed peas. Room for everything. Let's see. Next we'll put in the lima beans. Yeah, I probably should have used a little less cabbage. Tomato soup. Might not have room in this batch for the corn. We'll see. I'm going to start adding the seasonings. Just a few dashes of hot sauce to your taste. Same thing with the Worcestershire sauce, just a few dashes. And that should do it. And same thing with the Heinz 57, just a few squirts. Alright, then we'll add some garlic powder. There again. Just add it to your taste. Onion powder. And a little chili powder. A little of that. Now what we'll do is once the cabbage has reduced down some, made some more room, then we'll toss in the corn, which is the remaining ingredient. Just cover it up, turn it on high, and go away for an hour or two. Come back, stir it, and if it's reduced down enough, dump in the corn. And then go away for another couple hours and come back and it should be done. About 4 hours is about what it'll take to get everything reduced down, get all the flavors mixed in, and everything thoroughly cooked. So we'll be back in about 4 hours. Alright, it's been about 2 hours, so it's time to do one of the things I do best, and that's stir the pot. It has reduced a little bit, but not as much as I had hoped, expected. So it's going to be a little bit thicker stew than what I would normally do, but That's okay. We'll stir there. I'm going to go ahead and add the corn in. Yeah, this is going to be some serious batch of Slumgully here. And I think I'll add just a little more of the chicken broth, just to give it a little bit more juice. Not quite a cup, so. Alright, now we'll let her sit for another couple of hours and it should be done next time we come to the pot. So, till then. Well, it's been about another hour and a half and looks like the Slumgully is ready. I'm going to turn it off, uncover it, and give it another stir. Bring it over here and have a look at it. Lots of good stuff in here. This is one full pot of Slumgully here. That's what you want. Lots of good stuff. Alright, John, you're the guinea pig. So I'll dip you out some here so you can give it the taste test. Alright, we can take a good look at it. Lots of good stuff in that bowl. Alright, come and have a taste. See what you think.
Looks mighty good. I think you've done it again. Without a doubt, it's very good. And again, I'm gonna keep the bowl.
Pretty good for a bowl of mutton pit, huh?
That's right. No doubt about it.
Alright, well that's Slumgully. I hope you enjoy this one. And next time we'll be doing my wife's chicken recipe. And until then, bon appetit!
Lurks are ganging up on me. What'll I do?